The voltage reading observed on a seemingly dead circuit is likely due to a phenomenon known as ghost voltage or phantom voltage. This occurs in electrical circuits even when the circuit is not actively powered. Electrical wires and other components possess capacitance, meaning they can store a small amount of electrical charge. When a circuit is turned off, some of the electrical charge stored in this capacitance can leak out, creating a small voltage potential. If there is another nearby electrical circuit that is active, it can capacitively couple with the dead circuit, transferring some of its voltage. This combination of capacitance, stray voltage, and alternating current coupling can result in a voltage reading on a dead circuit, even though there is no active power flowing through it. Several additional factors can influence the magnitude of ghost voltage. Firstly, the length of the circuit. Longer circuits exhibit greater capacitance, which can lead to higher ghost voltage readings. Secondly, the type of wire used. Some types of wire, such as shielded cable, have inherently more capacitance than others, contributing to higher ghost voltage. Thirdly, proximity to live circuits. The closer the dead circuit is to live circuits, the more likely it is to pick up stray voltage through capacitive coupling. It's important to note that ghost voltage is typically very low in amperage and does not pose a significant safety hazard. However, it can be confusing when attempting to troubleshoot electrical circuits. To avoid any confusion, it's always best to disconnect the circuit from its power source before performing any electrical work. To further elaborate on the concept of capacitance, consider two conductive plates separated by an insulator. This arrangement forms a capacitor, which stores electrical energy in an electric field. In electrical wiring, the wires themselves act as conductors, and the insulation surrounding them acts as the insulator. The longer the wires and the closer they are to each other, the greater the capacitance. When a voltage is applied to a circuit, the capacitor charges up, storing electrical energy. When the circuit is turned off, this stored energy can slowly discharge, creating the ghost voltage. Stray voltage, another contributing factor, refers to unwanted voltage present in a circuit that is not part of the intended circuit operation. This can be caused by various factors, including electromagnetic interference from nearby equipment, inductive coupling, or even static electricity. Alternating current coupling occurs when two circuits are in close proximity, and the alternating current signal in one circuit induces a voltage in the other circuit. This is due to the changing magnetic field created by the alternating current, which can induce a current in the nearby circuit. The amount of voltage induced depends on the proximity of the circuits, the frequency of the alternating current signal, and the capacitance between the circuits. When troubleshooting electrical circuits, it's crucial to differentiate between ghost voltage and actual voltage. Ghost voltage is typically characterized by a low amperage and a tendency to disappear when a load is applied to the circuit. Actual voltage, on the other hand, will maintain a consistent voltage and amperage even when a load is applied. To verify whether a voltage reading is ghost voltage or actual voltage, use a low impedance voltmeter. A low impedance voltmeter will draw a small amount of current from the circuit, which will effectively discharge any ghost voltage. If the voltage reading disappears when using a low impedance voltmeter, it is likely ghost voltage. If the voltage reading remains constant, it is likely actual voltage. Several precautions should be taken when working with electrical circuits to minimize the risk of electrical shock. Firstly, always disconnect the circuit from its power source before performing any work. Secondly, use appropriate personal protective equipment such as insulated gloves and safety glasses. Thirdly, use a properly calibrated voltmeter to verify that the circuit is de-energized before touching any wires or components. Fourthly, never work on electrical circuits in wet or damp conditions. Fifthly, if you are not comfortable working with electrical circuits, consult a qualified electrician. Understanding the concept of ghost voltage is essential for anyone working with electrical circuits. By understanding the causes of ghost voltage and how to identify it, you can avoid confusion and ensure your safety when troubleshooting electrical circuits. In addition to the factors already mentioned, other conditions can influence ghost voltage readings. The sensitivity of the voltmeter used can also play a role. High impedance voltmeters are more susceptible to picking up ghost voltage than low impedance voltmeters. This is because high impedance voltmeters draw very little current from the circuit, allowing the ghost voltage to persist. The presence of harmonics in the electrical system can also contribute to ghost voltage. Harmonics are distortions in the alternating current waveform that can be caused by nonlinear loads, such as electronic devices and fluorescent lighting. These harmonics can create additional voltage potentials in the circuit, which can be detected by a voltmeter. Environmental factors, such as humidity and temperature, can also affect ghost voltage readings. High humidity can increase the capacitance of electrical components, leading to higher ghost voltage. Extreme temperatures can also affect the performance of electrical components, which can influence ghost voltage readings. When troubleshooting electrical circuits, it's important to consider all of these factors to accurately diagnose the problem. A systematic approach to troubleshooting is essential to avoid confusion and ensure that the problem is resolved safely and effectively. Firstly, always start by disconnecting the circuit from its power source. Secondly, visually inspect the circuit for any obvious signs of damage, such as frayed wires, loose connections, or burnt components. Thirdly, use a voltmeter to measure the voltage at various points in the circuit. Fourthly, compare the voltage readings to the expected values to identify any discrepancies. Fifthly, if you suspect ghost voltage, use a low impedance voltmeter to verify your suspicions. Sixthly, if you are unable to identify the problem, consult a qualified electrician. Remember that electrical work can be dangerous, and it's always best to err on the side of caution. If you are not comfortable working with electrical circuits, consult a qualified electrician to avoid any potential hazards. Understanding the fundamentals of electrical theory is essential for anyone working with electrical circuits. A solid understanding of voltage, amperage, resistance, and capacitance will enable you to troubleshoot electrical problems safely and effectively. Voltage is the electrical potential difference between 2 points in a circuit. It is measured in volts. Amperage is the rate of flow of electrical charge in a circuit. It is measured in amps. Resistance is the opposition to the flow of electrical charge in a circuit. It is measured in ohms. Capacitance is the ability of a circuit to store electrical charge. It is measured in farads. These 4 fundamental concepts are interconnected, and understanding their relationship is crucial for understanding how electrical circuits work. Ohm's law states that voltage equals amperage times resistance, or volts equals amps times ohms. This law can be used to calculate the voltage, amperage, or resistance in a circuit if the other 2 values are known. The power in a circuit is the rate at which electrical energy is transferred. It is measured in watts. Power equals voltage times amperage, or watts equals volts times amps. Understanding these basic electrical concepts will enable you to troubleshoot electrical problems more effectively and safely. Remember to always disconnect the circuit from its power source before performing any work. Use appropriate personal protective equipment, and consult a qualified electrician if you are not comfortable working with electrical circuits. The NEC, or National Electrical Code, provides comprehensive guidelines for safe electrical installations. It's essential to be familiar with the NEC requirements for your specific application. The NEC covers a wide range of topics, including wiring methods, overcurrent protection, grounding, and equipment installation. Adhering to the NEC requirements will ensure that your electrical installations are safe and compliant. For example, NEC Table 310.15 details ampacities of insulated conductors rated up to and including 2000 volts with not more than 3 current-carrying conductors in raceway or cable or earth, based on ambient temperature of 30 degrees Celsius. And NEC Section 250 covers grounding and bonding. The specific requirements will depend on the type of electrical system and the location of the installation. In addition to the NEC, there may be local electrical codes that you need to comply with. These codes may be more stringent than the NEC requirements. Check with your local building department to determine the applicable electrical codes for your area. Staying up to date with the latest electrical codes and standards is crucial for ensuring the safety and compliance of your electrical installations. Regular training and education are essential for electricians and other electrical professionals. By continuously learning and improving your skills, you can provide safe and reliable electrical services. Finally, it's important to remember that electrical work can be dangerous. Always prioritize safety when working with electrical circuits. Follow all safety precautions and consult a qualified electrician if you have any doubts.